There is one reason why your gear keeps falling apart. You spend a lot of time out in the woods and in the wilderness, up in the mountains, out in the desert. You get out there and you're putting miles on the trail and you're hiking and backpacking. You're off exploring, finding new places to set up camp, reconnect, unwind, and try to enjoy the world that's around us. And if you're like me, your time is limited, it is finite, and you don't have that much of it. So you go out on a Saturday, maybe it's a Friday night, and you go out and you spend the weekend, and you come back home on Sunday, and Monday it's work again, right? And so you take all of your gear from your backpacking trip, your camping trip, your bushwhacking, bushcrafting, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, and you put it all up until the next time. And the next time comes out, and you go out, and you do the same thing again. And you come back, and you realize that something broke. It was a tarp that got a hole in it. It was a tent that got ripped up somehow. You realize that something's missing now that you had then. It was some tent pegs. It was some stakes. It was a knife or a compass, right? You lost it. You can't find it anymore. Well, I mean, what the hell did you do with it? I think this happens probably more often than we'd love to consider. And the second order of effect is that now we don't have it. Now it's broken. Now it's unserviceable. Now we can't use it anymore. The third order of effect is now I got to take my hard-earned money that I'm working for, and I need to go replace this item that I lost, that's broken, that got stolen, that got acquired, whatever it is, right? And so this cycle keeps perpetuating. We go out, we break and lose our crap, we come back, we forget about it, and then we go out, and that third order of effect could be while we're out, we actually needed that item, and now we don't have it. Now you're SOL. It's too late now. You're already out, right? But there is a system and there is a process that we can use and should use every single time. And 60% of the time, it works all the time if we just do it. So I'm going to challenge you, when you come back, you need to inventory your gear. You need to get it all set back up. You need to dry out your equipment, especially if it was out in the rain. It may mean that you have to wait until the next weekend because it's still raining, the snow's still on the ground, whatever the case is, the conditions aren't right. But you need to get out and air out all of your equipment. So hang your tent up, upside down in the backyard, right? It may look crazy, but it's effective because it will keep mildew from ruining your equipment. It will enable you to inspect each and every single piece to make sure that it's still serviceable. It'll get you in the habit of cleaning all of your equipment instead of just assuming that it's all going to be good to go. Because all of these items that we're using, ultimately, at the end of the day, man, they're all non-durable, right? They're all going to fall apart. And all that dirt, all that grime, all that grease, all the splatter, all the mildew is going to have a significant impact on your equipment. And so then when you actually need to trust and rely on your stuff, it's not going to be serviceable anymore. Of course, if you spent any time in the military, you know that this process is called recovery. And so every time that you come out of the field, you have 5 to 10 days, depending on your organization and your SOP, to actually get through all this stuff. Day 1 might just be your vehicles. Day 2 might be, tents and things of this nature. Day 3 might be your individual equipment. And nobody in the military does this effectively, right? Because this time, for the most part, is not protected time. There's other things that are going on. There's other mission requirements. There's other tasks that are coming down. And so people go into the recovery process of just pencil whipping it. And we find the same thing in the military. The next time that we go out, we got to search around and scramble to find things. We got to order stuff that's broke. People are paying for things that they lost. When if they just spent the time and said, I'm going to follow this plan, and I'm going to do it, and it's going to be right, and I'm not just going to pencil whip stuff. I'm actually going to lay out my equipment. I'm actually going to air out my tents. I'm actually going to clean all of my equipment, both organizational and personal. Then I think what we'd find is that the next time that we go out, it would be run a little bit smoother, right? If you have any experience from recovery operations that have been successful or non-successful, maybe they're funny or not funny, I don't care. I'd love to hear your comments down below. If you have ever found anything we've talked about here to be true, I would love to hear your thoughts and your experiences, because that brings much more depth to the conversation, and I certainly appreciate and learn from every comment that's left down below. But I'm telling you, team, you have to take care of your equipment, right? I'm not some big fancy millionaire. I'm not a huge, YouTuber gaining, tens of thousands of dollars a week on any stuff out here. So I have to take a little bit more pride in my equipment. I have to take a little bit more care of it, because I don't want to buy 10 different things of something when one will work. And if I just take care of that one piece of equipment, I don't care what it is, man. It could be that tent and with the zippers on it. If you abuse it, I'm about to say something that probably would have gotten me censored, right? If you abuse it, it's going to fall apart. But part of abusing our equipment is not taking care of it after we come out from the field. So team, I hope the conversation was a good one. I appreciate all you guys, man. Again, team, leave some comments down below. That way we can continue to keep this conversation rolling. As always, until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked. Hey team, Stoker here for Brent to help him. Warning. 1,000 subscriber mount. Master your craft, the complete. Man. Hey team, Stoker here from Stokermatic Prize. You're gonna master your craft, the complete stoked. Guaranteed to be the number one. What is guaranteed to be the number one you're going to receive this giveaway, what is guaranteed to be subscribers. And so we're going to dump in Master Your Craft, the complete stoked. Hey team, if you want to master your craft and develop your tactical virtue, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you can stay up to date on future content. I appreciate you guys. Until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.